A new teacher wants to quit after her very first day on the job. Let's find out why. I just came across this article titled "New Elementary School Teacher Admits She Wants to Quit After Her First Day. It's so much worse than I imagined. I do not understand how you manage this and stay remotely sane." This article was posted on Your Tango, Revolutionizing Your Relationships, and I actually looked into this website, and it looks like it has a lot of, as the title implies, relationship advice. So this is no education news source or anything of the sort. And reading through this, I found out exactly where this information is coming from. It's actually from Reddit. And how credible is Reddit? Well, that's up to you to determine. But the article basically goes into the story of this elementary school teacher who's brand new to the field of education. She goes in and has pretty much what sounds like a nightmare of a day. This is not her, by the way. This is a stock photo. But so the entire article just describes her experience. It breaks down what she said, or some of the things she said in her Reddit posts, and then also talks about some of the responses that other Redditors gave to her, some advice that she got, things like that. And it sounds pretty awful, to be honest. So I'm going to show you exactly what she wrote and just let you decide, because the experience, what she says sounds almost unreal. So here it is. She says, "Hey teachers, blah, blah, blah." She says, "This was my first day ever. New teacher and no background, no experience at all. I thought I could handle it, but it was so much worse than I could have ever imagined." And I'm trying to find her name. I don't see. Oh, Show Me the Pities. Is that her name? All right. Well, I guess it'll be up to you to decide whether you pity her or not. But here's what she says. "On day one, I had multiple fights I had to break up. Kids shoving each other into tables. A kid flipping chairs and smashing chairs into the floor. A kid tried to run out of the room and escape. Kids rolling around on the floor screaming. Kid broken down into a full-blown panic attack and was completely non-responsive, and I could not get him to move, which caused another kid to break out crying hysterically. Some kid pooped on the floor and I had to clean it up." So those are the things. And then she also talks about, like, she says, also, "There is one 30-minute prep period each day for the 500 some students I see each week, and I get 30-minute lunch, no time between classes, back-to-back nonstop. Not sure if I'm venting or looking for advice, but is it always like this?" Well, Show Me the Pities, I can tell you that it is not always like that. As a matter of fact, I have never heard of a scenario that is this bad. This sounds nightmarish, and I don't think that it's typical. So, and I can't really speak for elementary school because I'm a secondary school teacher. However, the colleagues that I work with, they have never described such an experience, even at the most challenging schools that they have worked at. I've never heard anything like this. Sure, maybe some of these kinds of things here and there, I wouldn't be surprised by that, but I can't see all of this happening at once. It sounds like a train wreck, and this isn't to invalidate her experience or anything like that, but it's hard to conceptualize and to imagine that she wouldn't have any support at all in this type of situation, especially as a first-year teacher. It sounds like, if this is true, she just got thrown to the wolves and is at a school that has a lot of other things going on, because it takes a lot for this type of thing to happen. It takes a village. But if you're watching this video, you're probably somewhat acquainted with the field of education already. So I'm not really speaking to brand new teachers here, so to speak, because again, if you're watching this, you probably know what's up and you're not a prospective teacher. But that's why I would like to ask you all, for example, some questions, which I'll get to at the end. But I do want to go over one of my favorite comments on the Reddit post. So I scrolled down here and I looked down at, who was it? Where are they? Jin did not do it. Here it is. So Jin did not do it. Actually had some really sound advice. Jin did not do it. Said, go watch your team lead teach during your break to get ideas about class management. Call custodial if anyone pees, poops, or vomits. Make sure kinder aides stay with the class, especially while they're learning the expected behaviors. This is, and I need to go ahead and, well, I guess I have to sign in. But that post right there deserves to be upvoted because it is so true that I can understand. I mean, I substitute taught before I actually got into a classroom, so I knew somewhat how things were and that kind of thing. But, you know, I never really watched anyone teach before I was in the classroom for the first time. And I can't tell you how helpful that is, to watch someone else model instruction and model how they do things is one of the most beneficial things you can do. And for someone who possibly is going into elementary, becoming an elementary teacher, thinking that, you know, it's like a daycare and we're just going to do this and that it's way more than that. And so this advice was really good. Thank you for that. Jin did not do it. Just good stuff there. So again, I wanted to share this to kind of start a discussion. And so if you're watching this video, I have some questions for you, the questions I alluded to earlier. And those questions are, what was your first day as a teacher like? And especially if you were an elementary teacher, what was your first day as an elementary teacher like? Also, has anything like this ever happened to you? Have you ever been in any of these situations that she described? You know, the kid pooping on the floor. That's kind of a messy situation to get yourself into. And if you did, how did you cope? And what advice would you offer to someone who is thinking about joining the field of education? Like I said, I've had my bad days. As a matter of fact, I broke up 3 fights last year, but I don't think I've ever had so many events happen on this magnitude all at once. I can't say that things have just gotten this rough all in one day. So I feel for this, whoever this teacher was that was in this situation. Maybe she'll go back to school tomorrow and have a better day. So at least that's what I'm hoping, because it is sad to see people have this type of experience and just give up on teaching altogether. And it is why I would say as well that it helps. I think that this is a big problem with the education system, is just like throwing anyone into the classroom. This happens a lot, and this is why they say so many teachers leave the profession, is because they put untrained people in the classroom. Something like this goes down, maybe not this bad, but they're like, okay, I'm quitting. I'm done with teaching after the first year, because they have no experience. But again, I would like to hear your thoughts on this situation, and if you like this video, make sure that you like the video, and to support the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the news articles, educational content, and entertaining content that I'm going to be providing for you all. Until next time.